Hey, this is Jake Marshall from Jake Marshall Health and Wellness, and I want to thank you all for joining me today. Today's message is really, really simple, and it's about being hard on yourself, but in a positive way. And by being hard on yourself and in a positive way, I don't mean negative self-talk. When people usually think of negative self-talk or being hard on yourself, it means using negative terms like I am stupid, I am incapable of doing this, I am not smart, this is too hard for me. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about self-discipline and willpower. I'm talking about making decisions, being an adult, taking responsibility, and following through with your promises. And this is an incredibly difficult thing to do, and one that is incredibly valuable for you as both a worker and a human being in personal relationships. When people can trust what you say, and when you can trust what you say, you are much more likely to succeed, and people are much more likely to respect you. And I cannot emphasize enough. When you earn the respect from your peers and your coworkers, you are a presence. You are a positive influence. You are someone who can be trusted and gone to with anything. And I think that is absolutely imperative. When you cannot practice the things that you preach in a social situation, then nobody is going to be taking you seriously. And that is absolutely not a place that you want to be. Being respected means being the person inside that you see yourself as, and acting that way every day. And that sometimes means stopping and taking a break and hitting the reset button and going forward again. It's easy to get caught into a negative trap, especially when you're having a bad day and you don't have time to stop and reset. But it's very, very, very important to keep that rapport going with yourself and with everyone around you. And you can influence yourself in the same way that you can influence other people. And even though you may be exuding certain behaviors outside of yourself, if you're not treating yourself the same way that you're treating those around you, then you're selling yourself short, and you're faking yourself out, and you won't even respect yourself. So it's important to make those congruent, both inside and outside. So what I want you to focus on today is making a decision, making an important decision, something you've been holding on to for a long time. Maybe it's speaking your mind about something slowly and respectfully without losing your temper. Maybe it's paying someone a genuine compliment. Maybe it's pursuing something you haven't pursued before and doing it with full commitment and absolutely 100% not giving yourself an option to fail. And that may seem silly because you say, oh, I'm trying, I'm doing the best I can. There is no such thing as trying. You're either doing something or you're not doing something. And doing something and failing is better than not doing something and never having known if you would fail or succeed. So I want you to make a decision right now. I want you to make a decision right now about anything, and I want you to get up and do it right away before you even have the chance to procrastinate, and see how good you feel after it's done. This is a very, very, very simple message, and you can build upon this and build upon this, and I think it's just such a great thing to know and a great thing to do. And when people see you doing this, when people see the change in you and how everything will fall in place around you by making the choices for the positive, making the difficult choices, then everybody will want to know the key to your success, and you will be able to share it with them. And it's about being self-disciplined. Self-discipline is what it all comes down to. And a lot of us weren't given those tools as a kid. Some of us, may have had very easy lives. Some of us may have had very hard lives. And but if you're not given the tools to know what to do with either one of those things, either being spoiled as a child or not getting your needs met as a child, and not taking responsibility for yourself to learn how to do those things properly, then you cannot learn to grow and be respected as a human being. So do unto others as you would have them do unto you, ultimately, is what it comes down to, and that does not matter what your religion is, what your creed is, what your background is. That spreads across the entire globe. And with every action that you take, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you would not do something to someone, then if you would not want somebody to do an action towards you, then then do not do it. And it's the same thing with yourself. Do not do an action for yourself that you would not want someone to do to you, or something that you would do to another person. If you're going to do something to another person that you would not do to yourself, then that is wrong. And if you're going to do something to another person in a positive way, that you would treat that person in a positive way, that you would not treat yourself, then that's doing yourself a disservice. So keeping those things congruent at all times is ultimately the most important thing. So go out and make a decision today, follow through with it, see how good you feel afterward, and go on and make it a great day.